Does it get any cuter? I think not. A beaver making a Valentine out of sticks. We are going to do this little card here using Fluffiest Friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kimberly Smith and I'm the Papered Chef. And every month I have a workshop series. And the workshop series is always based on a bundle, which is either a stamp set and dies, in this case it's dies, or a stamp set and punches. And this month's bundle is Fluffiest Friends. So we are now on part 5. Stick around to the end. I'll show you what we made in parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in part 5, we have finally used up all of the critters. We started out with the bear. Then we did the little hamster. Then we played around with the kitty. Then we did the little bunny. And this little guy was with the cat, I believe. And then, so now we're working on the beaver. And then we're going to circle back and have one more. This is part 5. And then we're going to go back to the bear. Because that's the shaker card project. We're going to create the shaker card project with the honey bear. Yay for the shaker card project. I'm shaking, shaking, shaking. All right, so just so you know, I heard a suggestion about getting rid of this glare. I'm going to put some vellum down and see how that will work. I stuck something there in the corner. You know how there's always a glare on the corner of my glass mat, which drives me crazy? So I'm going to put some vellum there. Ha! Look at that. A great suggestion. Thank you, Kathy. She got the suggestion from her upline. She said, put vellum there and it won't glare. That rhymes too. All right, so the next month's workshop series, you can already sign up for it. It's already open. It's not here at this stamp. It's not at my Stampin' Up store. That's where you buy products from me. That's all I do at that store. I don't do anything else. I have a personal website and other offers, and it's inside. So you go down there, you know, in the description, it'll say Papered Chef's Offerings or something like that. It'll say Papered Chef's Clubs and Offerings. So Hot Air Balloon is next month's kit. And you're getting, my mom's not making a fabric bag for this kit, but you'll get lots of cool stuff in the kit, including some of this paper and some gems and some twine and some other papers. So this is really cool paper. And the supplies are very varied. So that's next month. That's the month of February. Then March, and this is what you voted on. March, you voted on Sending Love. This is a bundle. And I know it has hearts in it, and it's be really cute for Valentine's Day. That's why I'm telling you now, in case you want to get it now and start using it for Valentine's Day, because they're cutest little envelopes in there. But that's what we're doing for March. All right, so you can, you know, shop ahead of time. So we're going to start by getting a piece of basic white paper, and we're going to stamp on it with basic black. And I've already inked up my stamps using, like, so what do they call it? A sticky note. So what I do is I always like to stamp on a sticky note like this, but I've already got the ink pretty well, good coverage on these beavers because I was just using it before this. I've had this card in my head for a long time, this Valentine card. I thought, why not use the Delightfully Eclectic paper? Ooh, that came out nice. See, this is Delightfully Eclectic. It has hearts on it, and I thought, perfect little Valentine card. All right, so keep that out. And we're just going to do one beaver card, you know, because people to see, places to go, things to do. See if I like this one better. I'm making the little beaver nest, and I'm going to have the beaver sit inside the nest. You know, you could just do whatever you want, but that's what I'm going to do with the beaver. Oh, I like the first. Let's see. I'm going to maybe just do this. I think I like the first one better, but let's see. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me just get another. All right, so this is our beaver. And to put the die on it, you're going to put a little piece of painter's tape on there. And then I'll run that through the die. And then I need another. I think I'm going to get out my silicone mat maybe to the beaver's nest. It was stamping good earlier. All right. When you die cut, base plate, number 1, thin die adapter number 2, and then you have 2 number 3s, one for the bottom, and you put the die down, and then you do another number 3. All right, so I'm just getting the beaver's nest in them. Silicone mat. Here you go. Maybe that'll help make this nest die cut properly. All right, I'm going with it. I'm going for it. So we're gonna put that little guy on there. I always die cut first and then I color. That way I can 3D color and not have to worry about, hey, is this gonna die cut correctly or whatever. Because if it slips during the die cutting, you had already colored, you'd be kicking yourself, right? So, well, we don't kick ourselves about such silly things, but you know what I'm saying. We may think of kicking ourselves, and then we would say, stop, it's just a beaver. Anyway, I'm running it through the machine, and yes, I'm wearing my pajamas. All right, let's put these just flew all over the place. We have crumb cake, we have ivory, and we have light pecan pie. So that's what I'm coloring the nest in, by the way. This is all the colors we're going to use today. Anyway, I'm cranking this through. Now the other part has already been die cut for you. We might need that for inking up. This part is from the Nested Essentials, and you already have that little piece, or you can use whatever piece you want, whatever stamp set you want. Now this little guy didn't come with any stamp set. This little Fluffiest Friends, didn't come with any sentiments. So you have to use sentiments from another stamp set. And I did announce that at the beginning of this workshop series that we're going to be using different stamp sets. So we've been using this one a few times. Happy Valentine's Day is the one we're going to use. From Be My Valentine. And we're also going to use the little hearts from there. And I already have those all set up. All right, so let's pop this guy out and let's do the coloring. So we're going to take, and just let you look at that. We're going to take the pecan pie, and we're just going to color a bunch of sticks with pecan pie. About 1/3 of the sticks. So I'm just using a few different colors. Light and dark crumb cake and pecan pie. Light pecan pie. And you can kind of see what that looks like. And then some Winkestella, just for the texture. Real fun. Got to definitely change it up a bit. So how are we doing? My weather has been nice. It's warm. I'm not wearing a hat right now. I'm not wearing gloves. It was so cold. I was just like, one time I thought about going outside and doing a video, and I was like, no. It can wait until tomorrow. My people will wait. As long as we try to do everything in January for this workshop, we're good. My last workshop was a 2-month one because we didn't actually have one in December. So I just did something for the 2 months in November and December. My last workshop was crafting with you, and we made lots of really cool projects. And I still need to photograph a bunch of those before I share them. All right, so that's good. So just color about 1/3 of that. And then, so that was light pecan pie, and now we're going to do dark crumb cake. We also need dark crumb cake for the beaver, but we don't do it yet because alcohol markers dry pretty quickly. So if you start coloring the outside of the beaver, which you can see it's darker than the inside of the beaver, then you end up with like, oh, you guys see my website too. In case you guys want to spontaneously shop and get this online exclusive item. Anywho, you always want to do the dark right before. So this is an online exclusive item. So it's one of those, while supplies last, you can get this guy. And then once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't come back. It's online exclusive, meaning it's not in a catalog. It's just something we feature. And every couple months, we come up with new online exclusives, which are pretty cool. So, I'm not sure what the next batch are going to be. But this one is a good one for your collection. And I've given you so many examples, and I'm also going to show you what I also featured in Bingo. So when someone invests in a stamp set with me, I don't just do, my 6 or 8 or whatever projects for the workshop series. I also usually have a bingo with something every quarter and other features on YouTube. So it's I feature something a lot of times. You get your money's worth, as they say. Although it would be cute even if you didn't craft with me with it. But it's still a cute thing to have. So you can at this point now, if you want, you could get your little blending brush and just color in the whole nest. But I'm just touching up any parts that I haven't finished with the light crumb cake. So you can kind of color the whole thing if you want. All right, so that's good. Winkostella was just right here. So you're just going to color in your nest. Make it sparkle. All right, so that's good. And now let's put those over there. Let's do the beaver. So for that, we're going to take so because this is Memento black ink. So just so you know, whenever you're going to color with alcohol blends markers, you're going to use Memento black ink to stamp with, because that will keep your colors from running. It's a hybrid ink, kind of like a dye-based. I say kind of like because it's not fully like that. It's hybrid. But these are alcohol markers, so you don't want to use an alcohol-based ink when you're using alcohol markers on top of them. You want to use something different. So I'm using the thick side only for this part. But I really need to go to the thin side because it's already running over. Just doing dark around the little arms. And let's see, we'll do dark on the tail and a couple of little crisscrosses there for the tail. Okay, I think that's good. That's the only dark I'm doing. Now we're going to blend it with light. And also you can use your, what's called a color lifter if you run over. It was here. It was right here. Okay, no problem. We're going to just keep on going. Just looking for my little... All right, so we're going to take... So this one has a brush side. And you just kind of circular motions. Like that, over the dark. Like so. Okay, now at some point you have to change to the thin side, because otherwise you'll make a mess if you're trying to color inside the heart with the brush. So now I'm going to get to the smaller tip. I like that the markers have a small tip as well. These are not as small as the regular markers, but because we make a set of regular dye-based markers, but these are the alcohol-based markers called the Stampin' Blends. And what I like about them is that the colors coordinate with our designer series paper and our ribbon and our cardstock and embellishments. And that's what I really like about Stampin' Up's products, is the coordination. So I'm just going over everything. I'm making the feet light and the hands light. And now the face, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use ivory because it's a different shade. Ivory comes with the bronze, and it's just a nice skin tone blend. So I'm using that for the face, and then leave the teeth alone so that they're white. So that's cute. All right, I found the color lifter. This is a color lifter, so when you color outside the lines, which I often do, you just erase it like that. Now we need Winkostella. Oh, no, we don't need Winkostella yet. We need I'm going to take the dark Fresh Freesia, because that's one of the coordinating colors with this paper. This is Fresh Freesia on the outside here. This is Bubble Bath. That's a Fresh Freesia heart. So we're tying in the Bubble Bath hearts there with this color, and the Fresh Freesia with that color, and the crumb cake with these two. So we always tie in our colors. In other words, whenever you have colors, you want to use them more than once. So if there's a little accent of color in the paper, you want a little accent of ink with that color, or ribbon, or an embellishment. Just kind of tie in your colors, use your colors more than once. It just works better for the design. So this is a dark Fresh Freesia stick heart. So it's perfect for Valentine's Day. That's why I'm making it now. That way, when we wrap up this series, this coming week here, or this week, not coming week, this current week, when we wrap up the series, you can definitely then send someone your Valentine, or you can send it now. You don't need to save anything. Like, I save my stuff until I'm done the series, and then I'm just erasing that little part that went outside the lines. And now I'm just going to make the hands a little bit lighter and the feet a little bit lighter here. I think that'll look cute. And then some Wink of Stella over the whole thing. See, because it has, see, look at the sparkles. Sparkles, sparkles. Yeah, so I always save all my cards until the end of my series just to show all of my customers and people who are in my workshop series and everything. So I'm wrapping up the series like soon, just with that last shaker card, and then we're done. And then I can mail off all the Valentines that I made in the series, which is a lot. And I have plans for the Valentines. I have some Valentine bags my mom made, and she also made them for those that were in my card club and have reached the 6-month mark. They're like swag bags, and so I need to send them out for Valentine's Day in time. All right, so that's cute. That one came out better than the first one in that it's darker. So I'm liking it. So now the measurements for the card. So I'll write those down, but let's just get going because I've already started cutting them. So we're going to get the paper, and you're going to use your Delightfully Eclectic paper. And this was the only little piece of heart I think I had left. You're going to take this really cute piece, which has strawberries on the back, and this one has the little Scrabble board on the back. And these are the 2 pieces you're using for your card. So we are going to cut. Oh, the card, by the way, and I'm going to definitely write this down, but it's going to be a Pretty Peacock card. So you have Pretty Peacock in your kit as well. But I thought it would also be nice, like even if you just wanted to use a Fresh Freesia card. So it depends on what you want. So you have these colors in your kit, but I would just say, Pretty Peacock is fine because it'll contrast with this bubble bath. So we're going to cut the bubble bath, the typical size. We always cut an A2 layer. Let me grab my cutting board. Oh, and because I hardly have any more of this paper, I just open up this page to show you. I don't have like every piece to show you because I don't have that much left of it, but it's a bulk pack of paper, and I put it in my kits every few months. And it comes, so it's a really, really great value if you want this paper, because it's only $30 and you get $30, but you get 48 sheets. So you really get 4 packs of paper, 12 by 12. I mean, the equivalent of 4 packs of paper, meaning like this paper, for example, is $12.50 and it's 1 pack of 12 sheets. This is 48 sheets, and they're also 12 by 12, and there's lots of designs. So something to put on your wish list. You don't have, it's not a rewards paper. You don't have to like spend a certain amount to get it. Anybody can order this paper. So we're going to do 4 by 5 1/4 for the bubble bath piece, the one that has the strawberries. And then we're going to just put this little piece of heart paper on it. Since this was 4 by 5 1/4, this is going to be 3, right, by 4 1/4. You get that? We're doing things in proportion. If your cards ever look weird and wonky and you're like, that doesn't look right. Well, if it doesn't look right, you probably had like maybe you might have done 3 by 4, but then that's not in the same proportion as this one that's, 4 by 5 1/4. So what I'm saying is make sure whatever you do, do it in proportion. Do the next layer in proportion to the first layer, etc. And I wanted the background to show, and I wanted the hearts to be able to fit the beaver on it. So that's kind of how I came up with that. And we're going to attach this with Seal Plus adhesive, which I love. I love Seal Plus adhesive. And then look at those pretty little hearts. Aren't they cute? Just how a few little hearts just kind of pop out. And if you don't see them pop out, maybe you're going to cover them up with the beaver. You can always take your marker and you can color in a heart or two. And then you're just doing exactly what the paper already has printed on it. So just do that, because we're gonna put the little thingy, the little sentiment at an angle. So let's make a couple more hearts stand out, shall we? Just the ones on the outside. Maybe more later, but for now, these ones should show. Okay, so now we need the thing this one's a really cool sentiment. It's like a really cool piece. I mean, you can also put, I originally was going to put Your Sweetest Honey on it, which we may still do, because you have other options, right? But this time I'm putting Yeah, I think I may do that one. I may use that piece or this piece here. Probably this long, like a piece like this. And I'm going to, when I do the shaker card with the bear. The bear's going to be inside. My vision is, anyway, I haven't designed it. It's only in my head, but my vision is that the bear's sitting in the little cave and that the cave is the shaker part. And that's my vision. So then the bear's under the shaker part, and then it's like your sweetest honey because of the bear. Yeah, that's my idea. All right, so hopefully it comes to fruition. I'll play around with it. So that anyway, what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of ink onto the stamping block, and then I'm just going to kind of do a little rolling motion here, circular motion, where that way I'm not just tapping straight onto this Nested Essentials shape or whatever. It's Nested Essentials dies, because you want to make sure you don't put a big blob of ink on your stuff. So that's why you kind of roll on in there with the circular motion. All right, cute, cute. So that's Fresh Freesia. And then this one didn't have a lot of ink on it. And I was going to order more Bubble Bath ink, but you know what? I was like, I hardly ever use this color. I just use it to ink up things. But I was able to sort of get some hearts out of it. It just took me a few tries. Let's see. But I do need to get a re-inker for this guy. So just putting a little bit of hearts there. And they're kind of faint. You can't really see them but yours are probably going to be darker. Just putting a little bit of hearts on this. All right, now we need this one. It's Happy Valentine's Day. And all this stuff, by the way, the hearts, in case you're just joining in, this one, Happy Valentine's Day, and the little hearts are coming from Be My Valentine stamp set. Okay, we're going to tap, tap, tap with the Pretty Peacock. Why Pretty Peacock? Because it's the color of the paper. Now, this is the only trick here. Watch this. You got to go like that. No, actually, like, I don't really remember how you put that, but you got to go like this with the, let's say you put this straight. Here, let's put this straight with the grids on our little thingy, on our mat. But this little guy, in order to fit, has to be at an angle. So, if your die is straight, the stamp must be angled. Hold it for a few seconds. Lift it up. If it sticks, tap it. Don't rub it. And see how it fits on there now? That's how you get that to stamp. And then I just decided, because of that kind of stamp, when I was designing the card, I'm like, I need to sort of put it at an angle like that to make it straight. So that's how I came up with it. And then the beaver, and then the little nest. And it doesn't need any more embellishments because there's hearts all over the place. This one definitely can be colored, though. I'm going to color a couple more hearts over here. Oops, with the small side. Color your hearts with the small side. I'm just using Fresh Freesia Dark to color my hearts over here. And I think I'll do one more heart. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't need more embellishments because there's hearts all over the paper. And we're going to pop those up with dimensionals. And we're going to put that on the card, and I'm going to write the measurements. So we need to get the little edge of the board. Let me find my little basket for my stamps. These all have to get washed. Put those over there. This is there. This is my trash. All right. When you do your card, when you fold your cards, which are already cut for me, you're going to take them and put them on the corner of a board. I mean, any board, like any corner, any board, any edge. I mean, I should say board, like the Simply Scoreboard or Simply Scored, or this is our trimmer. There's a little ledge there. And that way your cards never become wonky. Well, sometimes they become wonky, but sometimes like when you cut them. But that one is really nice. It's perfect on both sides. So you see? So we have, again, 11. This is an 11-inch. It's an A2 card. 11-inch by 4 1/4. So I just made a couple to show you what that would look like if you want to switch up colors. We're going to use the Pretty Peacock because of the contrast. So let's go ahead and write down. I got to grab that paper and my dimensionals. So let's do both. So, Fluffiest friends, let's see. It's Pretty Peacock. So we're going to say Fluffiest friends, part 5. This is so I can figure out later too. Pretty Peacock would be the color I recommend. All right. $11" times 4 1/4. Oops, sorry. 11 inches, yeah, times 4 1/4. That's right. Can make the 11 bigger. Score at 5 1/2. Okay, and then your DSP is going to be 5 1/4 times 4. Layer 1, layer 2, 3. To do the 3 first. 3 times 4 1/4. All right, that's it. Ink. Pretty Peacock. Fresh Freesia. Of course, it's also the bubble bath, but you can barely see. Because that way all the colors tie in. And then, of course, Memento Black. Oh, and then the blends. I should have... Okay, that's your stamping ink. Blends. All right, so we have crumb cake. Crumb cake. Light and dark. Pecan pie. This is for the nest, right? And fresh freesia for the heart. I'm just going to write nest. It's not all pecan pie for the nest. Remember, it's a few colors for the nest. Pecan pie being one of them. And then the, let's see, the fresh freesia for the heart. Dark. So this one would be, okay, this one's going to be the, let's see, light pecan pie. This is just in case you want to repeat exactly what I'm doing. Light and dark. And then this one is just the dark. No. Yes, dark. Just the dark. Just the dark fresh freesia for the heart. Heart. All right, cool. That's the card. And Nested Essentials dies. I'm going to go ahead and attach that while you can be taking your picture, whatever you guys do with this information. So before I attach everything, but see, this is how it'll look. See how cute that would look? Because it does contrast a little because this is bubble bath and the white contrast with the... So if you want to do on, fresh freesia, you can. But I think it just looks better with this one for contrast. But I just made the other card base in case. Okay, attach that. Okay, and then we need, so we're going to start with the nest. We'll put the nest down. See how the ink runs through to the other side. So put the nest kind of right on the bottom of this section. It can hang over if it needs to. Let's see, before we attach this, let's put that guy there. We're going to sort of do that. We're doing that to make this sentiment come out straight. Okay, good. It works. So he's sitting on the nest. Holding the little heart for his true love, Mrs. Beaver, when she comes along. Let's see. Oops. Put this little... I always cut up my dimensionals and use them up. I don't know. Let's no dimensional go to waste. That one will be right there. Okay, testing all the little... So I just kind of wanted to touch the nest a little bit. He's kind of hanging up, but you want to see his cute little, webbed feet. So that's why I don't really want to stick his feet. Like, really, he should be sitting in the nest, or the nest would be near him. But the thing is, I thought the feet were so cute, so I didn't want to cover the feet. Or flippers, or... Okay, what are Beaver's feet called? That's the question. Are they feet, flippers, paws? All right, let's put this. So we're going to kind of center that like so. And that way the Valentine stays straight, even though that's kind of at an angle. And if you want, you know, use your little ribbons and you had other embellishments and you had ribbons and you had things in your little bags of crafty goodness that you were sent. So just anything you want to add to this. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so do we take a picture? And let me say, oh, I have a new channel member. I'm excited. I can tell. Well, actually, I can't tell. I could sort of tell you're a new channel member. I'm thinking it was Lynn, but everything's overwritten. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try to say hi to you guys. But all of this stuff is like, every time someone types somebody, the next person got typed over it, which is something different for me. But I see Denise. I see Deborah. I see Lynn. Christine. Let's see. I see Linda from ScanNCut and Create. All right, so Linda and Christine are channel members, which is nice. And let's see. Kathy is here. Honestly, guys, I can't really see everybody's names or what you wrote because it's all like overwritten and blurry. But I do see a couple new channel members. Like a channel member has a special boldness to their name and like a little like bow, depending on if you're a crafty bestie, a crafty mastermind, or a crafty friend. So we have like a different kind of icon. But thank you guys for supporting this channel. So ready to see what we made in the rest of this workshop series? So you can see so far what you can do with this cute little Fluffiest Friends set. Well, the one day we made a couple cat cards, and then I made some more to show you some differences. So this is called the Be Mine Valentine Designer Series paper. BEE, like Be Mine, Be Mine. And all four of the cards are the exact same design. And we used that cute little vellum, the one that's keeping the glare off of my corner. So now we're not annoyed by the glare anymore. I'm going to have to just like stick that near my class mat. And see, the light has to be here behind me. See, that way I can adjust it, light and warm. Right, coming into the behind, this is where the camera is right here. So the light has to come from behind me, and that's why the glare is over there. Anyhow, we had, hope you're feeling better soon. Hope your day is a happy one. So thankful for you. And all three of these are from the So Sincere stamp set, which is one of the stamp sets we used in our Card on Blue card club. And then we just reused it for all of these designs. So same exact design, just added a ribbon to this one, changed up the dies, and changed up the sentiment. You take your little kitty, you take your piece of vellum, you take your sweet sorbet, and you can do all these cute little cards with the cat. All right, these cards, we made 2 cards one night. We made with the little hamster. We again used Delightfully Eclectic, which is, I think, you know, if you just look at the paper, it kind of looks obnoxious. But when you take it and you do it with layers and you break it up and you use coordinating colors like we did tonight, that's not obnoxious at all. That's like really beautiful and subtle. And actually whimsical and cute. But this, you know, it can be busy, but when you take it and you break it up with the layers and put some bedazzled paper, bedazzling or something, dazzle something, the stuff that came in your kit. I gave you some of this paper. Then you get some really cute cards. So we had the mini cards that are 3-inch, and you were given the little envelopes. So this is So Sincere. We use the balloons. The balloons are from the dies. When you make a 3-inch card, it fits in our 3-inch envelope. So don't be confused by the fact that they say 3-inch envelopes. They're actually 3 1/8 inch, and you can put these cute little cards in them. Yay for cute little cards. All right, and then the little hamster with all that was the old olive paper I didn't put anything in the inside yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 layers plus a little. This came from the Happy Forest Friends paper, the little stump for the bird to sit on. So the bird was not with the cat. The bird was with the hamster. All right, then we did this one, again, with this set with the bear. But then we did this set for the Happy Valentine's Day like we did tonight. And that is like completely different than this. I mean, completely different, but it's still a Valentine's Day card. So like just do what, just go to town, play around. Go to town and play around. That rhymes. So that's what we did. You're as sweet as honey. And I think we're going to do that. I'm thinking this one for the shaker card. We'll put the bear underneath this little dome. And the dome will be our shaker. Put the shaker more toward the middle. I might do it this way, like horizontally. I'm going to play around with it. But that's what we're going to... Look at me. I'm already trying to shake it. Okay, this is another, I'm not, let me not show you that yet. Let me show you the one from this series. Okay, so from this series, I said we also played around with the little, there's all kinds of candy in there, and the little Easter treat boxes. When we used our envelope treat box to make an Easter treat box with the cute little bunny. Oh, this bunny needs Wink of Stella. How did I forget the Wink of Stella? And I showed you how to put the little grass on the side of the box. And then you wouldn't believe what I did. So you always should like assemble your box first before you put the grass on, because I actually tried to make a third box and I stuck the grass on the side of the box. Like after all that work, I stuck the grass right there, which might have looked cute sticking up, but now I need to like I'm going to put like designer series paper over this. But you're going to stamp right onto the box. This is the envelope treat box. It holds a lot of treats and it has adhesive, and we inked up the box and everything. So that's what we made in this series. Now let me show you what I made also like in other related projects. What I made, what my friend made, let's see, and what I made during bingo. Let me show you. Like what I'm about to show you this was just nothing to do with Fluffiest Friends, but it's just another way to use that Be Mine paper I sent you. So this is just another example of what you can do with this. And there's a cute little bee punch. If you haven't seen the bee punch yet, then you could get this bundle. I'm not using this bundle in my series. I'm just letting you know that you can use that. That's cute. All right, now this one I made when I first opened up this. We did an unboxing and I just spontaneously made this card. Like I was just standing there. I just opened it up and said, oh my gosh, I have to craft it. So cute. So Fluffiest Friends, this was the first beaver I made, but I used the Let's Go Fishing designer series paper. So you see, it's a lot like the design we just did now, except that you didn't have this paper in your kit, so I was using something from your kit. All right, now these are ones, look at me, I just have little bunnies floating around. This is so fun to find things, like find extra grass. Anywho, my friend Kathy, she's on this video with, and I can't, like I said, I can't really see comments tonight. I'm sorry, everything's overwritten. But I know you guys can see each other interact, which is awesome. Mine's just like it's like double typed on every single line. All right, so this is what she made me to share as part of the series. Like we do swaps. I swap and she sends me cards. So isn't that cute? Happy birthday to you. And it's a little called a rocker card. And she made these using the deckled circles. So this is Stargazing designer series paper, Flirty Flamingo, and the So Sincere stamp set. So we got the little beaver. And see, here's a whole different color scheme that you can use to color your beaver. And a whole different way to color your cute bunny. Instead of like the purple bunny I did, this would be like sort of like a petal pink bunny. Just do whatever you want, right? But look what you could do with these deckled circles. Super cute. All right, now I'm going to show you what we made in bingo. I had a Fluffiest Friends bingo event this month. And so what I always do, the month I have bingo, I have it every quarter. The month I do bingo, I always use the same bundle that I'm focused on for that month in my workshop. And that way everyone gets to make even more projects. So last Friday night, gave out hundreds of dollars worth of prizes. And, you know, we had a good time. And we made these 3 cards. So this is using the Earthen Elegance designer series paper. Earthen Elegance. It's just such really cool earthy paper. And this would be like the gray granite. And there's the bird with the beaver. Okay, the bird with the beaver. And then this one would be Pretty Peacock again. So Pretty Peacock and the bear. But the difference would be, let me just show you this. You can change up your design. See, look at this little bear. This one is using your copper clay for the pot. And then this one's using the Moody Mauve for the pot. Because Moody Mauve is a color that will coordinate with this Earthen Elegance paper. And we also had in the bingo kit a piece of this specialty gold, distress gold specialty cardstock. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the little kitty with the Moody Mauve card. So completely different, right? So just another, similar to the one we made in the series, but with a whole different paper. And then here's another version of the Valentine we just made. So check that out compared to the one we made tonight. Of course, very similar, but they had a piece of this scalloped and you didn't. In your kit, you had this piece to stamp onto. And in the bingo kit, they were given this piece to stamp onto. So they were able to make a different card with the Pretty Peacock if they wanted to. That was an alternate card for this one, but I'm pretty sure like they would have made the bear. but they had a pretty peacock base too. So there you go. Those are all kinds of examples of what you could do. And like I said, we'll wrap this up with the shaker card project in this coming week. And then we have also coming up this week, we're continuing our celebration card club. And we're making this card here. This is what you voted on to be the next card. So we're using everything in this little pile, and this whole thing is made with our celebration free products. Every time you spend $50 this month at my Stampin' Up store, or actually the next month as well, you get something for free. And those free things will be featured through the month of January and February on my channel. So that's really cool. So you'll get to learn how to use all those free products that you're earning. And if you join my team then you can do that at this site here. You get this glass mat studio as one of the freebies for joining my team. And there's like a chamois and another silicone mat, and it's pretty cool. So check out all those offerings I have. That's all for now. Have a great evening. This is the Paper Chef. I appreciate you being here tonight.